Hey guys, what is going on? This is Pantsar Dragon, and today we'll be doing a little video on 5 champions that don't build the jungle item, or in other words, getting the enchantment. Now I talked about this topic in another video, and basically what I said is the reason you would skip the jungle item is because you would only need one part of the hunter's talisman or machete or whatever you want to call it to get full XP from the jungle camps. And that was kind of a while ago, but I've been noticing some junglers who haven't been completing their jungle enchantment, and I think it's time to show you guys what champions do not like completing the jungle item. And hopefully this video is very interesting to you or is useful in some way. Also, this video is sponsored by Pro Guys. Check them out for all your rank game needs. And they got this new Chatterbait section where you can ask people questions and get some answers. Anyways, with all that being said, let's get started. Alright, so I've noticed certain traits in these junglers who do not complete their jungle item. And the traits I've noticed are champions who are resourceless, because these champions, they do not care about the mana regen coming from the Stalker's Blade or whatever you want to buy. So that's completely useless to them, and they don't really care for that stat. The next trait that these champions have is champions who want to rush their core items. So some champions necessarily don't need like the warrior enchantment and would prefer getting like a Tiamat or rushing a ghost blade or something like that, and don't really benefit too much from the warrior enchantment or whatever they want, and benefit more from the core items. Also, some champions prefer armor penetration and not AD, so they don't really need the warrior enchantment at all. Now, although you do lose the enhanced smite, you can still use it on jungle camps, which is, still pretty effective. Alright, so now you know some similar traits with the junglers that aren't going to be using the jungle items. Let's get on to the champions. So champion number 1 is going to be Shaco. Unless you're going AP Shaco, you don't need the warrior enchantment. Why? The only thing you want on the shitty clown is you want to rush your Tiamat and then you go whatever item that you build on him. I don't know what the Shaco mains are building after Tiamat, but you want to rush your core items, whatever that is. But warrior enchantment or the blood razor is not really too effective because he'd prefer some things that gave him burst. Also, you probably see in this video that I'm building a talisman. Don't do what I did. Build a machete. Be smart. Don't be me. Anyways, on to the next champion, and that champion is gonna be Hecarim. So you guys probably watched my video where the video was called New Meta Hecarim something blah blah blah, and a lot of you guys didn't understand what the new meta was. And basically, it was just skipping the jungle item. That's it. Now, I do feel kind of bad because I didn't really put too much context in that video, but now I'm going to add some context on this champion. But basically, you skip the jungle enchantment because he does not care about bonus AD. He doesn't really care about the other enchantments. The only enchantment that he really might like is the Cinder Hulk. But the thing is, if you want to go more bruiser, you want to rush your Triforce or Frost Glove or even a Black Cleaver, but I don't really like that item too much on Hecarim. But in my opinion, Triforce feels really nice on him, getting the Phage first and getting that extra movement speed when you're in the jungle, and you actually get bonus AD whenever you kill a unit or, attack a unit with an auto attack because of the Phage. And honestly, it's just really good. Also, one thing in this video, a lot of people were telling me to do was to sell my jungle item, but you don't sell your jungle item later in the game because you want to keep that bonus experience passive effect. Also, do go talisman on him, it's really nice on him, plus he needs a mana regen. Alright, so next up is gonna be Yasuo. So Yasuo is a champion who is not a jungler, but I like playing him for whatever reason in the jungle because I find it really challenging. And he's one of my off-meta junglers. If you want to find out more about my favorite off-meta junglers, there will be a card in the top right that says off-meta junglers. But basically, so Yasuo is a champion who doesn't use talisman, he doesn't care about the mana regen. He's also a champion who doesn't like the warrior because he needs to rush some attack speed. And Blood Razor, it doesn't really give any crit, it doesn't really give other stats, so rushing a Phantom Dancer, which I think is the best in the jungle for him, is the best thing to do, then build any enchantment. I do try and rush a Static Shiv, but then I realize the bonus damage only applies to minions and not monsters. But yeah, Yasuo is a champion who prefers to get crit and attack speed early in the game before getting some AD. Next up is going to be Tryndamere. So Tryndamere is very similar to Yasuo, in which he prefers attack speed and crits in the early game, and then gets some AD afterwards since he already has an AD steroid, which is his Q. Although similar to Yasuo, Tryndamere is a solo laner. Sometimes you might have the urge to play him in the jungle, and he's one of those junglers who do not go into any of the enchantments. Also, he thinks the mana regen part is useless because he uses a resource called Rage Quit. So yeah, same thing for him, don't build the talisman, just build the machete. And finally, for our final champ, you probably guessed it, it's going to be Rengar. So apparently, from, possible new jungle builds, all you Rengar mains have been saying that even before the mid-season patch, you guys have been building Tiamat straight up instead of going like, Stalker's Blade and then Warrior, whatever, and that this build has been around for some time. It's just, well, he got kind of a buff when this happened. But yeah, the reason he doesn't go it is because he doesn't really want the talisman, doesn't care about mana regen, and also really wants his Tiamat plus Gosu Blade as soon as possible. Although he does like AD, he highly prefers armor penetration. At least that's what I think after they kind of nerfed him a while ago in some patch. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. In my last video, I asked you guys for some feedback on my channel, and this is what I got. There were actually a lot of comments that were very helpful, and I'm also taking a lot of this feedback into consideration, and you'll probably see hints of these things that appear in probably future videos. But yeah, honestly, thank you guys for the feedback, and thank you guys for watching this video. And if you guys want, comment below on what junglers do you think would skip the jungle item. And yeah, that's it. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Panther Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.